Hi everyone! I applied to a handful of American universities this last application season, and I was admitted to MIT, Yale, UC Berkeley, and UCLA as a Canadian citizen. I've gotten a lot of requests to share my stats and my ECs, and I finally decided to make this video. I personally found these to be really helpful when I was applying. I just found that it gave me a better sense of what to expect during this application season, and that's why I'm making this video. As well, I noticed that there weren't that many international or Canadian experiences that were told, and that's also why I thought that this video would be important to share. If you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed watching it at all, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'll be posting more content soon. Also, stay until the very end to hear about my general philosophy regarding college admissions, and also a little bit of a take on why I think I got into the schools that I got into. Okay, so for some more general, or I guess background information, the schools that I applied to in the US required 3 different portals. So I had to use MIT's own portal, I'd use the Common App for Yale, and also I had to use the UC portal for all of the UCs. And all of these portals have different requirements as to what extracurriculars or activities or awards you can list, like the sheer number of them. And so I'm probably just going to be going over the common points as well as talking about what felt most meaningful and important to me that I really wanted to show off in my application. All of the colleges that I applied to this year were test optional, which meant that it was up to you whether or not you decided to submit your final score. But for me, I had taken some standardized tests before COVID, and I was pretty happy with my scores, so I did decide to submit them. The first test that I took was in October of my junior year. I took the SAT and I got a 1540. The breakdown, I think, was 780 math and 760 for English. And I was pretty happy with that just because I don't usually do that well in English. I think the highest on my practice tests I've ever gotten was like a 750. So I was like very happy with that. I also took the Math 2 subject test in December of my junior year, and I was able to get an 800. I was planning on taking another subject test, SAT Chemistry. I did not have that chance, and it was lucky for me because I didn't really want to study for it anyways. As for the APs, my school actually doesn't let us take APs until junior or senior year, except for AP Comp Sci Principles, which we're allowed to take in sophomore year. So when I was in grade 10, or sophomore year, I guess, I took Comp Sci Principles and I got a 5. In grade 11, or junior year, I took 4 APs, Calculus AB, Chemistry, Macroeconomics, and Computer Science A, which I was able to get all 5s on. And in grade 12, or in my senior year, I signed up for 5 AP tests. They were Physics 1, Calculus BC, Microeconomics, Statistics, and Literature. I don't think I'm gonna go into which classes I took, like freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, just because it just varies so much school by school and like curriculum by curriculum. And so I don't know if that would be really helpful for anyone. The overall gist of it is just that I took a lot of rigorous STEM courses and I threw in a couple of humanities here and there. As for my GPA, our school doesn't give us a score out of 4. It's more like a percentage system, so it's out of like 100%. And my cumulative average when I was applying was around a 97.5. As for school rank, our school doesn't actually submit a rank to the universities we apply to. Each year, if you're in the top 5, you'll win one of the distinction awards. I never won any of that, so I'm not in the top 5 of our 100-person class. I think that's about it. Now I'm gonna get into my extracurriculars. I'm pretty excited to talk about these. Honestly, I'd say my biggest extracurricular would have to be my involvement in mathematics. I'm part of my school's math society, and pretty much I just teach younger kids math, as well as organize monthly events. With that, I guess I also participated in a lot of competition math as well, so I took a lot of math contests. Also, I ran for my school's track and cross-country team. I also trained outside of school with a club before COVID was a thing, but by no means do I plan on running varsity or did I get recruited for running. In addition to running and math, which I would say were my bigger extracurriculars and more time-consuming extracurriculars, I did also have some smaller commitments. I am on my school student ambassador council. I participated in DECA for like 2 years. Yeah, which is like a business case competition type thing, as well as show. So I took photographs for my school's annual production. Yeah, so that sums up the bulk of my high school extracurriculars. Not too exciting, to be honest, but I enjoy them. Also, for my Common App activities, as well as there's a section on the MIT application where you have to list your summer activities, I did put some more down. I've worked as a private tutor in mathematics as well as chemistry, and that took up a little bit of time throughout high school. As well, I've attended math camps throughout the summer. I went to Canada USA math camp, as well as Awesome Math, and those were pretty great experiences. I also helped organize Math Camp for Girls, which was a week-long outreach program for girls in mathematics. And yeah, that was pretty much most of my summer activities and additional activities. The last part that I'm going to talk about is the award section. And so I think for MIT, they let you list 5 scholastic distinctions, or just like academic awards, and then 5 non-scholastic distinctions, which are 5 non-academic awards. And then for the Common App, they let you list up until 5 honors. And then for the UCs, it's a little bit different. The awards that I listed were EGMO Silver Medalist. EGMO just stands for European Girls Math Olympiad. I was a 2-time Canadian Math Olympiad qualifier, as well as a 2-time AMY qualifier, or American Invitational Mathematics Examination. Yeah, if you've taken the AMCs, you'd probably know what that is. Also, I was a 2-time OFSA. I guess OFSA is just the provincial championships qualifier for cross country. As well as in grade 9 in geography class, there was like a pitch presentation, and I ended up winning with my group. So I also put down the Youth Philanthropy Initiative, where we won a $5,000 grant for our charity. Okay, it's time for me to talk a little bit more about college admissions, the whole process, the experience, and a little bit more on what I think. Honestly, I think college admissions comes down to a lot of luck. Like, I feel like I'm so extremely grateful that I've gotten into the schools that I've gotten into, because, you know, someone else who submit the exact same application might not have gotten the same results, or might have gotten drastically different results than I did. On why I think I got in, or how I think I got in, the short of it is I really just don't know. I think the only people on this entire planet that actually know are just the admissions officers and the admissions committees, because those are the actual people that discuss my application and know why I got in. Whereas I think anything that I would say right now would just be a lot of speculation that could lead people off the wrong path. To be honest, I was actually a little bit hesitant to make this video. I don't want prospective applicants to think that, you know, there's this one way to get into MIT, Yale, like whatever. Really, everyone is different. The admissions committees are trying to build a diverse class. So definitely, please don't just copy everything that I did and try and get into the schools that I get into. I think ultimately what changed my mind about making this video was just knowing that it could be helpful to some people out there. As someone who comes from a smaller community, like the international or Canadian community specifically, I definitely would have found something like this to be helpful, just knowing that someone else out there has done it before. You know, I'm not the first, I'm not the only person in this. But yeah, if you enjoyed watching, please remember to like, comment, subscribe down below. I will be posting more content soon, and let me know if you have any video suggestions or anything that I should be aware of. All right, I'll see you in the next video.